Hello everyone, Zygerus here, and welcome to this Let's Play of the Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. For those of you that don't know, Ace Attorney is sort of like a court drama, detective game, investigation game. It's kind of like a mixed match of all sorts of legal court shows, basically. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. If you do too, you'll probably like this series. It was originally released in 2001 by Capcom, so it's been out for quite a while. At least the first game has. The first couple of games are within this trio, the original three, which follow the journeys of Phoenix Wright and his sidekicks as he navigates through the legal world to become a legendary defense attorney. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. I'll do my best not to talk over the cutscenes, and I'll do some voice acting, but I'm terrible at voices, and I'm terrible at English, so we'll see how that goes. I have played this game once before, and it was a really long time ago. So I'll be somewhat blind. I think I played through like the first couple of missions, so for those couple of missions I'll know kind of what's going on, and I will not spoil it, but I will do my best to try and teach you the game. Maybe you play along. It's really simple, but you know. What else? No, that's it. Let's just jump right in. Alright. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So there are 3 games just for all trials and tribulations in the original. We're going to start with the original and work our way through in this Let's Play. We will eventually do all of the cases. The bonus. These are all the ones I've already played through before, but I don't really remember how any of them goes, so we should be fine for spoilers. Episode 1, the first Turnabout. This is sort of like a tutorial mission. It's a bit different than the other ones. But let's just get right into it. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Alright, so that was like sort of like the intro. It'll basically tell us what's going on. Later on, it'll be more vague. We won't know the killer. This is just for like the sake of tutorial, so we kind of figure out like what's already going on. So we basically just use the evidence that's given to us to piece together what we already know. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Alright, here we are as Phoenix. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Alright, I guess she's gonna have this voice. Mia. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I just want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, Nick! Okay, Butts. Larry Butts. Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick. You gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Question mark. The new paper said it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a very simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Okay. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Okay, that's kind of gross, corny. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He's had a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know him better than anyone, and he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Alright. Alright. Later on in the day, August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court Room. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Alright, I guess we're just getting thrown right into it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Okay. That's gonna be his voice, I guess. Sorry guys, I'm horrible at voice acting, but... the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Payne, okay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Alright. So, during each trial, we'll be given like series of questions, logical problems, stuff like that. But this basic tutorial shows you all the mechanics. And the defendant is, of course, Larry Butts. We are Phoenix Wright, and Maya Fey is our boss. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butt, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Alright, we haven't been told her name yet, I don't think. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name! Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Alright. So, just go to tab here. And this is where we'll find all sorts of stuff we will find throughout the game. Right now, we have two things. An attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this, right? I guess that's what we got for graduating attorney school. And of course, the victim's autopsy report. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death. The 7th month of the 31st from 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Alright. Oh, and here's some characters. Maya Fey, age 27, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss, and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Alright. Cindy Stone, the victim. Okay. She lived in an apartment by herself. Winston Payne, the prosecutor, age 52. The prosecutor of the case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Okay. Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? Cinder Block, of course. No, Cinder Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me what was the cause of death. Hit with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. White. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what object that was? God, it's starting to hurt my voice. The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Alright, the statue. Statue in the shape of the thinker. Alright. It's rather heavy. Okay. Statue added to the court record. Okay, we can view that at a time. Right! Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Alright. Statue, save, thinker, yep. Alright. Alright, here goes the first witness. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The What was his voice again? The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention! You don't want to miss any information that may help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Yeah, this isn't exactly, what would you say? A proper courtroom, because there is no opening, I don't think. It's just straight to the witnesses. Straight to the witness, I guess. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, Mark Antony. Oh, God. Didn't they all die? Yeah. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Okay. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is gently what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder? What do you mean, one of them? Lies, lies, all of it. I can't believe a word of it. Oh boy, the voices are kind of switching around. Too many voices. Okay. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Alright. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 7th month of the 30th day, the day before the murder. Alright. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. It's 7th month. Sorry guys, 7th month. I'm having a bit of a brain fart. July. Okay, this is all happening in July. The victim was a model but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Okay. Daddies? Sugar? Yes. Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support their lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman. Whoa, we just throwing the victim underneath the bus here. Okay. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Well, I don't think that's. I mean, she was murdered, and now we're talking poorly about her, so that's usually not something the prosecution does. That's probably something the murderer would do. Just throw the victim under the bus. Right. I don't think you want to have him answer that question. Stop him from answering. Okay. Sometimes we'll be given options of what to do, but most of the time they'll be giving a testimony, and then we'll have to go through it like paragraph by paragraph and do an objection or present evidence that would be contradictory to dismantle witness credibility. In this case, this witness is the defendant, so we're not really trying to attack their credibility. The prosecution has to do that, so we're trying to defend our client, if that makes any sense. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Yeah, it is. Yeah, when I meet it in afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Not quite so clear, I guess. I mean, I guess they're gonna say it's a jealous rage, but they have no evidence of that so far. So it's not exactly clear, and I don't know why the judge is agreeing, but I guess it's just the way they made the game, so... You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Okay, well... Answer honestly, you can't lie. Yeah, I was there, I went. Passing secret messages to the witness? Not good. As I've said before, not an actual court, this is a video game, so take everything that happens here with a grain of salt. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. Like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simply complicates matters. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Selling newspapers. Okay. Please bring Mr. Frank Solid to the stand. Frank Solid, yes. Many puns in this game. Mr. Sat, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is that correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. What kind of voice should I do for him? Just normal voice, because this is killing me. Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sot, you may proceed with your testimony. No, I'll give him like... Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, here we go. So this will be our job. He'll tell us a story, and then we'll get a chance to re-review it and pick out any indiscrepancies, and then really pick them apart, basically. Witnesses account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Okay. What can I do for his voice? Oh, God. Like, I want to do, like, evil, like, something evil, but I don't think I can pull that off. Alright, just normal voice. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, however the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building? Aren't cell phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sot used was one of these. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout per usual. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, Phoenix. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you're supposed to expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. The lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then what that witness must have said? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand.
There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay.
Okay.
Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
Alright, here we go. Actual gameplay. This is what you've been waiting for. Gameplay. Alright. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw it meant... Alright. So we can either press or we present. And up here in the top right corner is our credibility. If this goes down to like 0, we lose. So that's the main thing of the game. Door-to-door subscriptions. I've never heard that one before. Isn't a man leaving an apartment conversation? I find it odd you would take notice of him. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. Well, he didn't know he was... Must be here because he left the door half open behind him. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was half open, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came close to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? I guess he's like Porky Pig or something? Okay. Thing had strained, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. How do you know? 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.?
Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
Dear. Oops. Well, I made a mistake on that one. We have evidence. Time. Oh, the time of death was from 4 to 5, so that doesn't really make any sense. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? That's right. The body. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Got him. Okay. Yeah, we just lost like a little bit of credibility. I don't think it matters towards like the overall gameplay. Like, the game is linear. You just solve the cases, or you don't. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no like score. There's no. So I don't really care if I don't get like 100% on everything. Nor do I really care about the achievements at the moment. Maybe we'll come back and do an achievement run another time. But right now we're just gonna play through the game for fun. Oh, that. Alright, here we go. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. No, he said... Well, that's... He said absolutely 1 p.m., so that would be a, What's it when you lie on the witness stand? Whatever that is. Lying, basically. Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. 3 through 1, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery. Okay. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It's probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the mystery. No, the power was out. We got him.
Right, you know what to do.
I got this one. Yeah, we got this in the bag. This one's like pretty easy for tutorial, but somehow I managed to F it up. Present. Hold it right there. The prosecutor said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Uh-oh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah.
The defense has made a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Saw It? The court will prepare to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These content corrections are harming your credibility as a witness. And you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Well, Mr. Sot, let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Right. During the time. Actually, I didn't hear it at the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. How did he know it was the murder weapon? That's... Alright. You saw the time. Let me just remember that table clock. A table clock. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Table clock. No, we're gonna save just in case. Yeah, the murder weapon, like... You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sot. Hey, I saw it right there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may, yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud, and it does look like a clock. I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. Just by seeing it. He said it himself, he never entered the apartment, but it was in his testimony. You're right, is something the matter? Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he walked into the apartment. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. I can prove you were the one that killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sott, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, we're suggesting something that we have no actual evidence for, and we're just creating up a narrative and then doing the evidence after, which I don't think you're allowed to do in an actual court case, but it's a game, so this is all basic conjecture. Technically, yes. Baseless. Just look at the witness's face. Interesting. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, no, I heard, I saw it. Wow. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound witness heard from the clock. Do you not have evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. heard was definitely this clock. After which clear if you simply... I think it's 8:25. That is certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sott heard and the actual time of death. So it was 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. or whatever when he killed her, but it was 1 p.m. that the clock said, basically, and that's why he said 1 p.m. at the beginning. So, Mr. Sott, try to talk your way out of this one. You forget one thing. That's right, how am I going to prove that? She was in Paris. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. That means I cannot let you in. Fortunately, this ends. Come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sott.
Mia, I mean Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it. Find it and
let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder?
Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course! There's a piece of evidence to the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
How? Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Well, let's see the evidence to prove why the clock was running slow.
The victim apparently arrived from home in Paris. Yes. France. The victim has just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you hear when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sot, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Haha. Oh, gross. Order.
Order, I say.
Well?
This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, you're a witness?
He was arrested and been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have to say,
I'm impressed.
I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Whoa, yay, we did that.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sot was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sot let himself in to do his dirty work. When he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. The Thinker. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. What? Wait, no, I mean, what? Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me?
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that the...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made the one for her and one for me.
Really? Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Oh god. Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she quite a lot about you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay?
Oh, I'm just not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how he felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
What the heck is she talking about? She took his statue with him all the way to Paris. This is a clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to travel. Well, make of what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer, really. I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Wow.
Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in, ever. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? You and me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I couldn't be able to keep. Alright, the end. Alright, that was like a little tutorial. Alright, we'll save our progress up to this point. And we'll end the episode there and we'll wrap up the first ever episode of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the series. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Alright, well, see y'all next time.